Hello friends, I hope you all are doing well. Now let's start with exceptional handling in Java. In case you want to see my previous lectures, I will give the link in description and you can refer that. Now what is exceptional handling? Exceptional handling is a mechanism to handle runtime errors. Now what are the kind of errors that we have? Basically we have three type of exceptions. One, compile time exception. These are checked at the compile time. These are also called checked exception. Next we have runtime exception. These are of different categories like null pointer exception, arithmetic exception. These are not checked at compile time but they occur at runtime. We will see this in detail. Next we have error category. Error is when there is no memory available or stack overflow exception. Well, you cannot deal with this because there's no memory available and you cannot do anything as such. But runtime exception you can minimize by writing the code in different way. Now, what is first category of runtime exception? Arithmetic exception. Now you know if you will divide any number by 0, then it will give you exception because this is not allowed in mathematics. Let's see this. What I'm doing is I'm taking a variable I equal to 1 divided by 0. If I will run this program, it will give me arithmetic exception. Indeed. Next, what do we have? Null pointer exception. You have declared a variable with a string of null type. Now you want to see the length of the string variable. If it's a name, then you can find the length. But if it is null, then you are trying to find length of null. So it will give you null pointer exception. Next, you have a string which is ABC. You're trying to convert it integer. If the string contains 1, 2, 3, 1, 11, 29, any number, then it can be converted to int. But you're trying to convert ABC or a character or a string into integer, it will give you number format exception. Similarly, you have array index out of bound exception. You have declared array of size 5, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're trying to insert anything at the index 10. Index 10 is not available, so it will give you array index out of bound exception. Now, there are several ways to handle this exception. One is try catch block. What is try catch block? You will write anything in try, and whenever the exception will come, it will be handled in catch block. Let's see this. First, let's see if there is no try, then what will happen? This is my code. If I will run this, there will be exception at line number 5. Then nothing will be printed below this. End is not printed here. Now, if I have a try, and then a catch block, I want to handle arithmetic exception. In case the exception will come, it will go to catch. I will write handled. Now, whenever there is an exception, it will go here. If there's no exception, then it's fine. It will not go here. It will go to below code. Now, in this case, I is equal to 1 divided by 0. There is arithmetic exception. It will go here. Then we can do anything over here. Then normal flow will get continue. Let's see this. Indeed, we have this in the console, we have this, and then we have this. So normal flow is in continue. Next, try catch finally. Well, finally is a statement which always get execute whether there is an exception or not. Now, if there is an exception, then finally is printed. If there is no exception, like 1 divided by 1, then catch is not printed, but finally will get called every time. See here, finally is getting called. So finally is a statement which always get called irrespective of whether there is an error or not. Next we have multiple catch block. We can have arithmetic exception. Similarly, we can have null pointer exception, catch, null pointer exception, arithmetic, null. Now, if there is an arithmetic exception, it will go to arithmetic exception like this, and no null exception is coming. If there is a null pointer exception, like I'm trying to find the length of null, it will give me null pointer exception. Now in this case, arithmetic is not printed, null is printed. Flow is going from here to here, then to below. This is multiple exception, multiple catch statement. Then we have nested try. We can have try catch within try catch. Like we have this try and then catch. We can have another try catch here, like try, then catch of this try. Then we can have any other statement. Similarly, we can have any n number of try catch within try catch. Now, if this will be called, there is an exception here, then this will handle that. Then normal flow will get continue. Now, if there is an exception here, this will handle it, and then the normal flow will be continue. And in this case, exception will not go over here because here it is already handled. Next, throw. Throw is a keyword which is used to throw an exception. Suppose you want to create your own exception, like int age equal to 17. I'm writing if age less than 18, then the person is a minor, then throw exception. Throw new arithmetic exception, person is a minor. Now in this case, whenever there is an arithmetic exception, I will print out e dot print stack trace. Any message which is coming here will be printed over here. Now age is 17, it is less than 18, it will go here, it will print minor, it will throw an exception of arithmetic, it will go here, then it will print that. Let's see the output. Indeed, person is a minor. This is how you handle the throw. Throw is to send the exception. Now what do we have next? Exception propagation. Exception propagation is, suppose you have method 1 which is calling method 2, then method 2 is calling 3, then method 3 is calling method 4, and you have exception in method 4. Then how this is handled? Basically, runtime exception is always propagated from method 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, but checked exception is not propagated. By this I mean, here, let's suppose you are calling method 2, then method 2 is calling method 3. Now, how can you call method 2? This is a non-static, then you have to create object of the class. Now, void main is calling method 2. Method 2 is calling method 3. And now, after this, I want to print anything, like after void main, I want to print end main. Now here, I want to print end method 2. Similarly, here I want to print end method 3. Now, if you have an exception here, which is like string s equal to null s dot length, this is an exception, then this will not be printed. Flow will go here. This will not be printed. Flow will go here. This will not be printed, and then out of the control, like out of the stack, main stack, like here. But I have told you, null pointer exception is a runtime exception, and runtime exception always gets propagated. So if you will handle here, like try, then catch, whenever there's an exception, then control it over here. Handled. Now in this case, when there's an exception here, it will go to the upper block, method 2. In method 2, it is getting handled here. So this is not printed because flow will go to exception. Now from here, it will go to method 2. In method 2, we have handled the scenario, so it will be printed. Then the normal flow will get executed, like end method 2, then end main. Let's run this. Indeed, my first project is printed. Then when there's an exception, then handled is printed. This is not printed. Then after handled, this is printed. Then after this is getting printed. Absolutely correct. Now, one thing I have mentioned, these exceptions are get propagated to their upper method, like the runtime exception, but the compile time exception will never be propagated, like throw new input output exception. I'm giving one compile time exception. What it's saying, this is not handled. You have not given either a try catch statement or throw statement. Throws here. I've told you this is not propagated by default. So either give the try catch here or write throws here. Absolutely correct. Throws input output exception. Now from here it is saying it will never go here. Let's remove this. Now whenever there's an exception, let's take an example null here. Now whenever there's an exception, it will go to here. It will say the upper method will handle it. Now it will go to upper method. Upper method is not handling the input output exception, so there's a compile time error. Now solution is either handle input output exception here or give throws here. I will give input output exception here. It will be handled here. Now if I run this, first this will be printed, then exception will come over here. It will be handled here. So handle will be printed, then method 2, then main. So this is throws. Well, I hope you understood the video. Do like and subscribe. Thank you everyone.